Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scariest Podcast.
Woo!
I didn't realize my mic was so far away from me. I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about... today we're going to tell you guys, read you some homegrown horrors. Adam,
Indeed.
Tell us what homegrown horrors are.
Homegrown horrors are stories that you folks have been so kind as to share with us, whether it's paranormal, spooky, creepy, spiritual, sometimes true crime, sometimes just coincidental, where nothing actually happened. You just scared yourself. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I ran up the stairs to get up here before we went live. But yeah, those are the stories that we like to read, and you folks are wonderful enough to share with us. Robin, if someone has a homegrown horror, how can they send them to us?
So you folks can send them through email at storytime@scariest.com. You can also go to our website, scariest.com. There's a contact us page. You just fill that out, and it sends it to us that way. You can also contact us on our social media platforms, so Facebook. Some people have done it through Instagram. And Twitter, but I don't know how it works on Twitter. We never really go on our Twitter.
That's not true.
Well, no,
I'm on our Twitter a lot.
We never message on our Twitter.
Yeah, we just
That's
get people
just
that
not
tweeted us sometimes. It doesn't
Yeah.
typically convey within 160 characters a full story. But hey, whatever you want to do. I guess it's more than that right now. Isn't it like 280 characters now instead of
Yeah, it's a lot of
140?
characters.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, however you want to get your stories to us, feel free. You can also go to our website, scarish.com, click on Contact Us, and send them to us that way. That also works, and we highly encourage you to do that. So, a few things right off the bat. Happy New Year to everyone. We are currently recording this on January 2nd, so we just want to say Happy New Year to all the folks who are with us and all the folks who are listening. Shout out to Lady M0918, who just donated 300 bits. We appreciate that. For those of you watching us live, we have something new that we're trying out. Previously, we had decided that we were going to track donations that we received, so we had this little bar at the top here that would let folks know how much money's been donated to us. Lots of folks have been donating bits to us lately, which are a Twitch-specific donation, which for us convert 1 bit to 1 penny. So it's pretty easy to figure that out. You folks pay a little bit extra when you purchase the bits, but they convert 1 to 1 for the streamer that you donate them to. But they weren't getting tracked up there, and it was really bugging us because we were getting so many bits. So
The
we have.
icon's not updated. No.
It never updates on time, but don't worry, it'll update itself. Shout out to Emanon, who just donated 1,000 bits. Thank you so much for that. So what's going on here is this is a boss bar. So this is technically a stream boss is what it's called. For those of you who are listening right now, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. What's happening here is we have a certain amount of HP, hit points right there. And for each penny you donate to us, whether it's through an actual dollar donation or bit donation, 2 HP comes off of the stream boss life. What'll happen is once that stream boss is defeated, whoever the person is who gets the killing blow becomes the new stream boss. So you guys can take each other down after you take down the podcast as the boss, which is pretty exciting, pretty fun. And you guys have already started interacting with it, which is cool because it's already lost 3,600 hit points. It only has 12,400 left to go. And whoever kills it winds up becoming the stream boss. If you want to get a breakdown of how all the points work, there is a breakdown in our donation section, I think. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I made a stream boss section for Twitch. So if you want to do donations, I think a follow is like 10 HP, a subscription is 300 HP. And then, like I said, it's 2 HP for each penny donated. So feel free to have fun with that.
Yeah,
and it'll actually track your bits. So pretty fun stuff.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So do you want to read first? Do you want me to read first?
I can read first. We have 4.
Okay.
We're going to do 2 each, obviously. I believe Robin has a short one and a long one, and I have 2 mediums, so we're just going to dive right in. The first one we have is from Lisa, who sent this on Facebook, and it starts out like this. So, hey, everyone.
Hey.
Hey, everyone, wherever you're at, yell hey right now. I'm ready to start sharing.
Screaming.
Right? If you heard everyone say hey, that was because of you. I'm ready to start sharing. A bit backstory here. My sister and I grew up in a very active place. We are also both born with veils. Interesting. For those of you who don't know what that is, we see otherworldly things. We hear things and we know things. Most people fear our weirdness. Our Catholic mother, for the better part of my life, feared my sister and my abilities as she doesn't have them. We are Irish mostly. A whole lot of our family has this trait as well. I wasn't aware until I had my own kids that my pap explained that I was never crazy. I see and hear things that would make other people never sleep again. Wow, that is super intense and totally reminds me of Constantine. That said, first Constantine reference of the new decade.
Yeah, the new decade. Woo.
Welcome to the Roaring 20s, everyone. We're doing the same shit we did in 2019. That said, there are many stories. One of my favorite, though, is about my younger daughter. It's a sad one for me, as my daddy died 8 years ago, 9 in December. I was 9 months pregnant with Phoenix, and my dad unexpectedly died in the night. She was very late born in January. The reason this is important is because she had her cord around her neck twice and up over her forehead.
Oh my God.
She wasn't breathing when she was born until they got her to breathe. Anyway, when she was about 8 or so months old, I was holding her and she smiled up at the wall, pointed at a picture of my dad, and I said, "Papa," then some baby babble. Okay, so let me rephrase that. Hang on. Sorry about that. I was holding her and she smiled up at the wall, pointed at a picture of my dad and I, and said, "Papa," then some baby babble. She'd sit on the floor and, unquotations, talk to the wall often enough that I noticed and wondered about it. It was a sad coincidence at first. She was too little to know, and I'd never told her about the man in the photo. At about 3, she looked at me and said, "Mama, I know Pappy, the man with the holes in his face like mine. He was in the place I was before I was with you."
What?
My
French
blood
toast?
froze. She has the same dimples my dad had. I was wondering, holes in the face, like, what is that about? So I sat and cried because every year she asked me why she met him, in parentheses, there, but I can't see him with her.
Oh,
Hang on.
What?
Trying to figure out what this is supposed to say. But I can't see him here with her. She tells me she's not scared of the dark because her pappy is with her and keeps her safe.
That's cute.
It blows my mind that she knew all that. I don't ever see my dad. I hear him, I smell him, I feel him, but I've never seen him since his death and funeral. She is one of the sweetest kids I've ever met, but not all the things she sees are nice. She says now that when the scary ones come, Pappy chases them away.
That's cool.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
I don't cry as much now, but when I do, she finds me and says, "He'd like you to laugh, baby doll," which is what he called me my entire life.
What the French toast?
As of this post, I've sat her down and had a chat about our gifts many times. She says she likes them so far, but she is unique because she is unique like me, and then a bunch of heart emojis. I've not told her of the things my sister and I have seen. She's too little, but she does know that if she sees someone who scares her, she's to ask them to leave and tell them she can't help them. There are many more, but this is long enough already. LOL. Thank you both so much for this safe space to share. Happy Halloween, guys.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so
It's
much
a
for
good
that.
story.
Happy Halloween and Happy New Year, since obviously we have the
Happy New
backlog.
Year.
So
Happy new decade.
indeed, that's really. I'm not going to say crazy because I don't want to make you
No,
feel
that's-
bad, but it's just
it's
really intense.
intense.
Yeah, I feel really bad that this kid is going to have to deal with this growing up, but at least she has someone there in
Right.
her life to let her know like how things go and like
Yeah.
what she can do to protect herself.
Yeah.
And it's really nice she has a guardian angel in her grandfather who's like obviously an active guardian angel chasing the bad things away. So
Yeah.
right on. Thank you so much for sending that in. All right, let's look over into the stream chat and see what you wonderful folks had to say.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Emanon says, "Me and Lady M's trip was good over the holiday.
Good.
Happy New Year's around."
Guys, I'm so out of fucking breath. It's unbelievable.
Laura Ann says, "Robin, love your hair. Thank you. I got it cut before the live stream when we played Silent Hill, right?
Yeah, like right
Yeah.
before
So what was that, last Saturday?
Saturday, the
Yeah,
one
this-
that just passed.
So
yeah.
this last Saturday I went and got my hair cut.
Last decade.
Yeah, last decade.
She hasn't had a haircut in a decade.
And so the back is shorter than the front because I tried to do like one of those angle things. And it's nice because I'm probably not going to be super duper sweaty, you know, on the back of my neck. But every time I swing it, there's still hair here and there's nothing back here. So it's just like...
She whips her hair back and forth. So Yesenia was the first person in both chats and said hello. And then directly after that, like literally the same second that came in, Minnie Maria said first, which technically you tied for first. So I'm not going to tell you weren't first. Yesenia said Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah.
Kiana said, who worked today? I was supposed to. I did not go in. Full disclosure. I woke up with a raging headache.
Oh my God.
It's been a rough day,
just-
folks.
Yeah, today's been crazy. What was I going to say? Oh, we watched
Season 2 of
we watched
You.
season 2 of You.
We did.
And that took a lot out of us, I think, too.
It's an intense show, but it was also
show.
I really liked this season. I think everyone was written really
yes,
well this season. It
was such a well-written season. So if you guys haven't watched the new season of You, go and watch that. Laura Ann said, "OMG, this story," to Lisa Ann's story.
I know, it was so intense.
It's a good story, and I mean, there's just so much in it that's just so intense.
Yeah, Yesenia said that she worked yesterday and today, so on New Year's and today. That crazy, sucks. And that's not fair. Brian over on YouTube says, "First time I get to be here for this. Yay! Thank you for joining us."
Thank you. Emanon says, "If any of you guys didn't put two and two together, Lady M is my wife." Good
Wait,
to know.
oh yeah. I was like, "Ooh, I knew that. Yay,
Oh.
I'm ahead of the game." Xenox says, "Ooh, first time catching it before it starts. Way to be early, Xenox. We appreciate you." Yesenia says, 35 more days till my birthday. That's awesome. February birthdays are nice birthdays. May are the best, but February's not bad.
Wow.
Some people are wishing happy early birthday. Chrissy Fox is first time listening live. Thank you for joining us, Chrissy Fox. We appreciate you.
Hello, Nate and C. Nice to see you.
Indeed. Kiana says, "Guess what, guys? Tomorrow is Friday. More like Fry. Yay." It feels so weird that tomorrow's Friday.
Because of all the holidays, it feels really like a really messed up schedule.
Yeah.
Because the weekends are just throwing me off.
Brian says, "Can YouTube viewers donate?" Here's the thing. You can. I just have to put a link in the YouTube chat for you to click and go to, which I will do in like 20, 30 seconds if I can do it that quickly.
Actually, Faison said, "May birthdays are the best birthdays." And Laura Ann says, "Hey, May birthdays." Adam just says May birthdays are the best because
that's when my birthday is.
Yeah, his birthday.
And growing up, a bunch of my friends' birthdays were also May birthdays. So it was like something that we would just constantly say to each other, because we'd have a big May baby birthday party where we would all like get together. And like when we were younger, we'd all have individual birthday parties, and then we just started like grouping them together. All right, here's where you can go if you would like to donate and have it pop up in the stream. The link should have been posted to both Twitch and YouTube. So if you go there, you can just do like a regular donation through a debit card or whatever, but not necessary at all. I know some folks like to do it, and that is the link that you can do it with.
Everyone's just saying their birthday month is the best.
That's so funny.
All right. I'm done. Are you almost done?
Yeah, I'm getting close.
Okay.
Yesenia says Friday is payday. It's payday for Robin on Friday too. We are so lucky because we are staggered. So I get paid on one week and then she gets paid on the next week. So we don't have to have that like week where we're super poor just waiting for that paycheck to hit. Brian says, "Going for a job interview Monday. Wish me luck, guys." Good luck, Brian. You're going to kill it. Just think of all the good things about yourself that you want to say.
Yes.
And you will figure out how to work those in, and you're going to crush that interview.
Good luck.
Leo,
don't take your stepbrother with you.
Yeah. Don't say we're here to fuck shit up. It's a bad way to open an interview.
I don't know why I thought of that movie just now, but it's just so funny.
Leo Chacha says, "Happy whatever day it is." Exactly. Happy whatever day it is to everyone.
Day it is.
Blanca Bello also says, "Happy New Year's." There's a lot of good lucks to Brian going out there, which is awesome to see.
Oh, we got to let everyone know that the week after next week's stream is going to be different date. Too.
Thursday, yeah.
It's going to be Thursday.
We're going to have a regular Wednesday next week, and then the week, aren't we? Fuck, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Next Wednesday, normal. The week after that, Thursday again, and then we should be back on the normal schedule. Yesenia says, "Adam, I saw your doppelganger at work today. He looked exactly like you. I had to do a double take." It's a handsome dude. Just saying.
Wow. Let's see. What did I say? Lady M said they had to work 5 a.m. today, 10 hours. Otherwise, they would have taken the holiday pay. That is messed up. To make you work so much, or they would take away your holiday pay.
That is messed up.
T-Pain says, "I'm currently at work." And Laura Ann had double work today. Thank you for joining us. You should be so sleepy right now.
Yeah, really.
Aw, Captain Fake Eye says, "Hi, can't join tonight. So sad." No.
Well, thank you for stopping by to say hi. Brian said, "Thanks, guys, for all the people while wishing the interview. I really got to get out of Red Lobster." And Kiana said, "Them bread rolls, though." It's true. Those are so good. Brian says, "I am the baker. I'm told I'm the best baker there." It's because you are the best baker there, Brian. Yesenia said, "I'm selling my house and quitting my current job. I'm starting fresh." Damn, that is a lot. Good luck to you. Good energy spirit bombs going up for you. Spirit fingers for everyone. Kiana says, "Adam did his workout before the show too." Holy shit. Like, I wasn't even running. I was just like rushing. And usually when I do the stairs, I'm fine. But for some reason, when it's like intense and you need to move quick, I was just like, I am going to die. Xenox says, "Robin looks great. Brian says, dope skull mug. Where's our skull mug?
Oh, it's over there.
The candy or the poison apple.
Yeah, the point is the poison apple one. We go to Disney way too often.
Yes, we do. Not
But
often
we
enough,
haven't
actually.
been
Yeah.
Well, we did
Last,
go
like,
the
month.
entire month of December, and that is wrong on so many levels.
It is. Brian said, don't worry, Adam. You look great, too. Oh, thank
You
you.
look great.
I appreciate that. Dan Sand said, hey, beautiful people. What up, Dan Sand? Thank you for joining us. Britt Newt said, hello, everyone. Sorry I'm a little bit late. No worries. Xenox says, holes in the face is the scariest way to describe dimples. I seriously thought she was born with some, like, genetic defect where she had, like, certain, like caves in her face. Yeah, or like something like that.
Like that dude from Grease.
Which dude? I've only seen Grease, like, 2 or 3 times.
That douchebag they race at the end of the movie.
Oh, okay. Kiana said, I thought by holes in the face she meant her eyes. I don't know. That's where my mind went to.
I was like, to me, I thought it was like mouth, nose, eyes.
First, I thought deformity. Then I was thinking, like, oh, you have 6 holes in your, 5 holes in your, well, I don't know. 7 holes in your face? 2, 1, 7. You have 7 holes in your face that are natural. So I was like, maybe she's referring to those. I don't know. Etsley says, hello, my peeps. Happy new decade. Thank you so much for joining us, Etsley. Danson says, my birthday month, January, it is the best. It is this month, too, so that's very helpful. Guillermo de los Reyes says, hi, what up? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We got a lot of folks. Morbid G says, love you guys. Happy New Year. And Minnie Maria says, LOL, Kid Nikki. All right, I am caught up over here. You said you're caught up over there, right? Emanon says, look at Robin knocking back a screwdriver. Haha. It's not a screwdriver. She's professional.
It's a Malibu and pineapple.
Yeah, come on. She's been drinking a lot since New Year's, so.
So my cousin blew my mind and was like, BT dubs, I've been a bartender for like 8 years. I was like, what? You've been a bartender? You're making all our drinks.
Yeah, for New Year's, we're like, you're making the drinks, bro.
Because we have no idea what we're doing half the time. And my sister puts too much sugar in them, so it's too sweet. And
it's because she doesn't drink.
Yeah,
she follows the recipe pretty close to what it says it's supposed to be, and because of that, she's not exactly sure what it's supposed to taste like.
So he just came over and started making such delicious drinks, and it was so cool. Shout out to you, bro.
So now she has an excuse for her to become an alcoholic.
But yeah.
Morbid G says, I see the doll my brother gave you guys is front and center. Smiley face, too cool. Indeed. Are you talking about Peakies? Or are you talking about Faith? I'm pretty sure you're talking about Peakies because we got that one from Ralph. And we got this one from Brittany. So, yeah, you're talking about Peakies. So that means you're Ralph's sibling. Thank you for joining us.
Lady M says screwdrivers are better. I love tequila. Tequila's so good.
She does love tequila.
But I don't think I could handle drinking a whole bunch of tequila while I'm recording this thing.
Honestly, for the longest time, I didn't even care. As long as it had alcohol in it, I was just like, put it in front of me and I will drink it. And nowadays, I'm just like non-enthusiastic about every drink I try and pound down. Because I'm just never like, oh, wow, it tastes good. Except this year when we went back for the weddings. We went back for the weddings and everyone was having a good time. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll just try and drink this quick. Until like, oh, look, I'm drunk. So, which is just like.
Just drunk. It was like.
I had one wedding that I was just absolutely plastered at.
Blitzed.
But I was still like, I had my wherewithal. I just didn't have my bodily motor functions like all coordinated like they should be. But all right.
Yes, a screwdriver is vodka, isn't it? It's not
Screwdriver's vodka and orange juice.
I'm thinking of a tequila sunrise.
Yeah, tequila sunrise is.
All the orange juice things.
Yeah.
Wait, unless a tequila sunrise is with pineapple juice.
I just know it's tequila because it has tequila in the name.
All I know is booze. It is vodka. Screwdriver is vodka and orange juice.
Giramar says, I think I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I apologize. Just let me know. Says, I'm a silent listener here. I've re-listened to every episode twice now. That's amazing. Thank you so much for your support.
You.
Please don't ever stop. We absolutely love you.
Let's see. Lady M says, new fun shot I learned today tastes like pink starburst. Half shot of vodka, 1/4 of watermelon schnapps. Never had watermelon schnapps.
I've never had watermelon schnapps.
And 1/4 shot of whiskey sour mix.
Interesting.
Sounds good.
I will say schnapps and me, because of peppermint schnapps, I think that's why I don't like peppermint either. Because we drank like 2 bottles of Rumpelmints one night and things just got out of control. So, all right.
Yeah, I don't drink enough to know all these drinks.
Do you want to get on to your first story of the evening?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
Let me talk more about my booze problems. No. All right, so this next story is from Kira, and it goes like this. Hello there.
Hello.
I'm high-key freaking out because I'm finally listening to the podcast again and started where I left off. and I found my story. Episode 21. I was the one with the cute animals, and I showed everyone. Anyways, when I was a kid, I had a weird recurring nightmare for months. The nightmare was dark and gray, kind of like a gloomy rainy day, and I was with my dad in a burnt down church, and he brings me to a pew and says, "This was my seat," and pulls out a coloring book or some kind of book, it would vary, and he would say, "This is mine. I want you to have it." We aren't religious at all. Not too not so scary, except all of a sudden, I would hear my baby brother crying in a back room. I tried to tell my dad, but then he wasn't there, and I was always eating pretzels at this point. So strange. Anyway,
These pretzels are making me thirsty. It's a reference to Seinfeld. I knew she wouldn't get it, but someone else out there got that. So.
Anyway, I go into his room, into this room that's burnt as well, where he's crying and no one's there. Then I get a really scary feeling and wake up. I had this dream for months. Needless to say, I was scared to sleep. Eventually, it finally ended. The great ending, you ask? Oh, it's just Barney's rocket ship, and the inside is made of bounce house materials. Anticlimactic, right?
That's
cool
hilarious.
And colorful, but never had that dream again. Anyways, thank you so much for making this podcast. I'm listening to episode 99 right now. Keep on creeping on. And then they sent us more of their omen babies.
Indeed. Thank you for sending omen babies. We absolutely love them. They were absolutely
dreams are
adorable.
So strange.
I really understand why so many folks want to go to a therapist to talk through stuff. I was talking with my friend at work about this on New Year's Eve because he just swears by it. Like, he just doesn't understand why anyone would not want to go to a therapist because he's become so enthusiastic about going and talking. One of the things he likes to talk about the most is his dreams because she's so insightful on what they possibly could mean, you know? And it's just so crazy. Like the head movies your brain plays while it paralyzes your body to recuperate and heal can be so bizarre sometimes. And you're searching for this deeper meaning. And then you wind up in Barney's rocket ship with bouncy castles inside. Where you're like, well, this did not go at all the way I thought it would. So
yeah, and I've had strange dreams where my friend got shot because we're FBI agents or something. And she's dying. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And then it totally changes to something else, like you're at the beach or something.
On New Year's Eve, I woke up to go to work and I said bye to Robin. And she's like, I had a bad dream. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? She goes, you were a slut. And she has those dreams frequently where I'm in trouble because of something Dream Adam did, which is so different than real Adam. So, yeah, just saying. Would never do
Don't
that.
be such a skanky skank.
I'm not a skanky skank. I'm not a Skankosaurus Rex. All right. Let's look over in stream chat. See what you folks had to say about that. Maybe there's some chat about dreams. Who knows? Gonna scroll up.
Lots of people talking about being sick and taking cold meds.
There is so much sickness going around. So many people out there are down with the sickness. My friend had to skip New Year's because he was so sick, and he is not one to skip partying because he has a problem. It's funny because someone in the chat, okay, I'm going to just scroll up and get to it. All right. Kiana says, Robin, if you like tequila, you got to try Paloma. I've never heard of Paloma except Paloma the Witch from Adventure Zone. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. All right. Gmar says it's pronounced Gmar. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it. Leo Chacha. I don't know how I said it. I just didn't think I said it right. Leo Chacha said, anyone remember Goldschlager? And I looked at the camera like, oh my fucking God, it's so gross. And then Leo Chacha said, Adam, I saw the face. I am sure you did. The face of a Goldschlager survivor. Everyone, my senior year in high school or freshman year in college, was like, there's this booze and it has flakes of gold in it. You have to drink it. And I was like, that doesn't sound good though. That doesn't sound like anything I would want to drink. And then you have one shot of you're like, wee-hoo, Goldschlager. And you just have
oh my God,
a terrible experience. I don't know how to say your name. Looks like, okay, help me out here. ALIZ3 Alizarin?
Sure.
I'm going to say Vale, because I know that's for sure. Vale says, hey, I love the podcast. We love you. Thank you for listening to it. We appreciate that. Yesenia said, I need a therapist. And Leo Chacha said, I love therapy.
I feel like a therapist would be really good for me. I don't know.
I've found a therapist for Robin, and she's like, nah, thanks.
Yeah,
nah, dog, I'm good.
Nah. The only thing is it's you have to motivate yourself to actually go there and talk to them about your problems. And you have to prepare yourself to sit there and cry about your fucking problems. Because there's, at least for me, it's like, I know there's something wrong with me. I know it's probably issues that stem way back to the far, far time ago. and I don't want to talk to someone about it.
I think why I encourage Robin to follow up on the feelings where she says she thinks she wants to go is because there is nothing wrong with her. She just has things that she's had to deal with, and she has past trauma that she's dealt with, and she doesn't realize how much of a badass she is. And I think there's so many folks out there that are just like her that I wish would understand that you don't have to be scared of those things because you've already confronted them. You just don't want to have to think about them again, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's why therapy is so good, is because you have a professional who sits down and talks to you about that and like makes you feel empowered about it. And it's pretty awesome. All right. I see Brian says, fell asleep in church and had a sex dream during the priest's homily. I felt like I was going to hell for sure. That's not your fault. Brittany says, I used to have recurring nightmares as a kid too. Is that a common thing for kids? I used to have them as a kid too, and they were actually really bad. I think it happened for like 2 or 3, maybe even a little bit longer years of the same nightmare every single night. So I think it is definitely a common thing for kids.
Yeah.
What do you got over there?
Talking about Goldschlager and how gross it is. Lots of people being sick. Nathan C says, starting to get sick, and it's so damn hot here in Sydney. That sucks.
Shout out to all our Australian listeners because we have so very many of them.
Yes.
Because you guys are going through a hell of a time right now with that bushfire. And I saw that they've estimated like 1 billion wild animals have died in the fires. Like, that's horrific.
Yeah.
Not to mention like all the places that people live and all the things that have been destroyed. So it's really, really rough.
Emanon says, used to drink a lot of Goldschlager. I used to filter out gold flakes. You actually get a lot of gold, so it's not worth it.
Wow. Kiana says, Paloma is tequila and squirt with a fresh lime and salted rim. Interesting.
Wait,
should give that one a shot. Tequila and squirt with a fresh lime and a salted rim.
What is squirt? Like,
It's like Sprite. It's similar to Sprite, but I think it's more lemony. I don't know. I haven't had squirt in forever.
I've never had squirt. I don't know. Sounds weird. Anyway.
Leo Chacha says, yes, senior year. That's hilarious. Vale says, I have some stories. You should definitely send us your stories.
Send us your stories.
Storytime@scarish.com is our email.
Lady M says, look, it's a Niffler. I love him. I love the Niffler.
I was telling her why I arrange these things the way I do. I like to put Niffler in front of Faith because it looks like he's like looking over his shoulder like a little bit scared and clutching his coin to his chest because he's like, no, this is mine. Leo Chacha said, Kiana, that sounds yummy. Yesenia says, I'm prepared to sit and cry. That's good, though. Vale says, how can I send you my stories? Email storytime@scarish.com. Go to our facebook.com/scarish podcast page and just message us that way. Shout out to Girl Panic 95 who just subscribed. No, they gifted a subscription to the Robin Grace, which is awesome. And they also have a subscription. Oh, no. This is Emanon that sent these two. That's so nice. Emanon sent one to Girl Panic 95 and sent one to the Robin Grace.
Thank you.
And more HP comes off of
spoiled.
that stream, boss. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's cool. So when you subscribe, when you follow, when you do all this stuff, the HP of our stream boss goes down.
It's only at 11.5 cool. now. Look at him. He's right
and then
there.
If you are the stream boss and you donate or
it heals
whatever,
you.
It heals you. So it's pretty cool. I think it's a neat system.
And now we can count the bits. Yeah,
bits count now, so it's great. Super cool.
Brian said on their website or through Discord. Those are the other two places that I never ever mentioned. Scarish.com. Click on contact us. There's a form you can fill out and it comes straight to us. Or like Brian said, our Discord. If you go there, you can just type it into our Homegrown Horrors channel. Leo Chacha says, I cry and get to be honest 100%. I get to bare my soul. You also have to make sure your therapist is someone you are comfortable with and you have a connection. There you go. Like, I think that's just a really good example of why therapy does work for so many people.
Yeah.
I am caught up. Oh, no, I'm not. There's more. Kiana says, this is a drink you can't get wrong ever. Brian says, Squirt is a grapefruit soda. Okay, cool.
Oh, interesting.
Brian says, I have a 2-liter of it in the kitchen. That's hilarious. Yesenia says, I love Squirt, favorite soda. Brian said, especially the ruby red Squirt. I have never heard of that. Yesenia replied enthusiastically, yes.
What are you, fucking speaking parcel tongue or something?
I am indeed. Some snake out there was just like, huh? What did he say about my mom? Kiana says, you can put a shit ton of tequila, more than Squirt, and it'll still taste good. Substitute with Sprite, and it just tastes as good.
Oh,
good to know.
Cool.
I think we might have some 7-Up. Give us some 7-Up recipes. Shout out to Ashley.
Thank you so much.
Meow Meow, who just subscribed. We appreciate that so much. I am caught up.
Mrs. Illa says a redneck margarita is Mountain Dew and tequila.
That's funny.
It's kind of fucking funny. Okay, go read.
Go read? Should I leave to read it? Or just go ahead?
Sure, leave the room.
All right, bye, guys. It was nice talking to everyone. Shout out to me because I'm leaving. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Just kidding. I do have pants on today, so I could get up and walk out if I needed to. That is typically not the case. All right.
It's funny because I have shorts on today.
That's funny. I'm going to move on to my second email and my last email of the show. And the subject is Possessed Elmo can read on the podcast. I am intrigued.
I thought that said Possessed Ohio. I was like, what?
You need your corrective lenses.
Elmo sounds a lot better.
All right. It starts out like this. What is up, my spoopy and or creepy dudes? I feel like Adam is creepy and Robin is spoopy, but that's just my opinion. LMFAO. Cool. Hello. Thank you for telling me I'm creepy. It's your boy Elijah, or Otter. I just remembered a thing that happened to me 5 or 6 years ago. I blocked it out, or as Finn from Adventure Time said, the vault. It's funny because Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld also called it the vault, and the only key was tequila. I don't know. I just really need to watch Seinfeld again, apparently. All right. The vault. That's where the stuff I can't handle goes, was the full quote. My bad. That's so funny. But anyways, episode 16's poltergeist toy haunting reminded me of this red demon from the deepest pit of hell. Gonna give some personal blurb because it helps contextualize the story, I think. If not, I'll pretend it's because I love talking about myself. My cousin that I mentioned is 31 as of right now, and I'm 18, and I am probably a boy most of the time. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm Otter Chunks on the Discord server. Right on. We know exactly who you are now.
Yeah.
So my older cousin used to have a Tickle Me Elmo doll from when she was little.
Those things are just strange in general, you know, without being possessed. I think Tickle Me Elmos are just uncomfortable to be around.
Have you ever seen the South Park where they make fun of the Xbox PS4 war right before the Xbox One and the PS4 come out? It's like a 3-episode event. It's also the Black Friday event. And it was right when that horrible stuff was breaking about, like, the person who was the Elmo puppeteer.
Oh.
And, like, they would not stop. And the very end, the mall gets completely destroyed from Black Friday stuff. And, like, they're going up an escalator. And the only thing still alive is the Tickle Me Elmo saying horrible things.
Yeah.
That's all I think about. So now that you're sending an email about a possessed Elmo doll, I'm totally picturing that doll in my mind where it's, like, half burnt and terrifying. All right, the email continues. I don't know exactly why she didn't get rid of them, but she had them. The event in question happened before I was born, so she wasn't super old, like 15 or 20, but still, LMAO. She had it hanging out, chilling, and it was getting pretty late at night. She went to bed, slept, and was dreaming and stuff. From what I can remember of what I was told, at around midnight, the doll went off. She was freaked out and got rid of it, ASAP, yeeted to the curb. We get it.
Oh my gosh.
You're
we
18.
know what yeet means now.
Yeah, we do. So my part, we used to visit them every summer and winter. We would stay in this room in the basement. It was furnished and really only half a basement since the connected garage was down there. Feel like Robin should have read this so she could freak out about this. Still a basement, super spoopy, 100 out of 10, too spooky for me. Now there were a bunch of toys for kids they babysat and nannied and had collected over the years. Anyway, she told the Tickle Me Elmo story to me when I was around 12 or 14. It freaked me the fuck out. The best part is that in the collection of all the toys they had a Stretch Me Elmo, the next monstrosity of horror. I'm guessing Stretch Armstrong Elmo.
Oh, I
you can like stretch the arms out and then eventually it like comes back in.
I was like, ew, that sounds so gross.
I don't know who else had a Stretch Armstrong when they were a kid, but like I like immediately wanted to cut it open and see what was inside of it. And eventually they tear and you can just see it and it's just like some weird like gelatin that's like willing to stretch but like holds its form. Anyways, gonna keep going. One night I had gone to bed as any human does eventually. One of our friends were staying in the room too. He slept closest to the toys. We were in our respective beds, sleeping, dreaming the huge. And guess what fucking happened? In the middle of the night, in the nearly completely dark, furnished basement, a deep voice called out, "That feels so good. What a good stretch." I'm guessing that's what Stretch Me Elmo says.
Yeah. Ew.
I immediately shot up and yelled, "Colton, do something, please." I knew it was the Elmo and not some creepy hipster yoga ghost, but it didn't mean I was any less terrified. I heard the story of the Elmo toy of previous generations. He got up and did something to the Elmo to make it stop, which I couldn't see because it was dark as hell. I was shook, but eventually settled myself down and went back to bed. That's the creepiest stories I have that I can remember. If I remember any more, I'll send them. Y'all are the best. Keep doing the podcast stuff. I dig it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sending that. It's so funny because we've been getting a lot of stories lately about like creepy dolls and toys that people had when they were kids.
Yeah.
Like the one that we had where someone was in the basement and they had plotted and planned to like throw the doll at someone where it was just people messing with them comes to mind. That's a really good story too. So thank you so much for sending that in, because this means in 2 to 3 months we're going to have another cycle of emails that are all about dolls and creepy toys from when people were kids.
So creepy. Like, imagine just hearing something speaking to you at night.
I can't imagine a toy going off on its own at night, but
that's just a pervy sounding thing too.
In the background, Robin did watch The Ring today. So the idea of TV static will always be the most terrifying thing to me because of The Ring, but most importantly because of Poltergeist, the original one, because that shit is just terrifying.
Well, I mean, it also traumatized our dog, so.
Yeah, we watched Poltergeist. This is no joke. And in the scene where the thing shoots out of the TV,
what the hell is that?
Nathan C. donated $20.
God, scared the
said,
heck
"Happy
out of
New
me."
Year. Here's to another great year of Scarish." It's so funny, too, because I was like, what the fuck was that noise? I forgot we have a monitor speaker now so we can hear stuff that comes in.
Yeah, so we can hear the notifications.
Thank you so much. Our raid boss is now down to half of its health.
Wow.
So whoever kills this thing, whoever gets this down to 0,
our new raid boss.
Is our new raid boss by however much you go over. So if you donate enough to kill it on the dot, you'll become the new raid boss, I think, with like 1 hit point. But if you go over by like 20 hit points or 200 hit points, that's what you're going to be when the thing dies. And then you'll be the new raid boss. So fun stuff. Thank you for scaring the shit out of us with that donation, Nate and Sue. We appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much for sending in that story. We appreciate it.
Nice.
All right. Let's go over in the stream chat and do the thing.
All right. Sorry, my eyes hurt real bad.
It's okay.
Glitch says Glitch has a drink, so you got to do 2 ounces of cake flavored vodka, which I love, orange juice, 1 ounce, an ounce of pineapple juice, 7-Up, and then fill to the top with ice.
This is a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff, but it's stuff you could already kind of have.
It depends on how much of an alcoholic you are, and it depends on how much stuff you have in your house already.
And then they also had a Stretch Armstrong when they were a kid. I never had that. I remember when I was maybe 8 or 9, I got one of my first Barbies that I can actually remember getting, and it was the mermaid one where you put her under the water and her hair changes color. That was cool.
That is really cool, actually. Under the sea.
Mrs. Illa says, "I'm a nanny, and when the battery operated toys go off randomly and the kids are asleep, I would first jump and second rip the batteries out."
That's smart.
It's even worse when you can't find it.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
You're annoying.
Thanks. You're a dick.
Yeah, I can't imagine hearing this laughing coming from the darkness, and then you try to find this toy and you just can't find it. It's terrifying.
Leo Chacha said, "I'm breaking out the claw because I have no real alcohol." Some of my favorite memes are memes that make fun of people who are drinking White Claw. It's just so funny.
Lady M said, "I had a stuffed talking Barney as a child, and my mom was watching Chucky one night when it randomly went off 3 times right beside her on the couch."
No.
Dude, toys are terrifying.
They really are. Kiana says, "Blue ice Gatorade and Amsterdam vodka together. You can't even taste the vodka. Not is it detectable." Yesenia says, "If you're looking to get messed up, I make the best jungle juice." I will
don't even
say,
know what that is.
Jungle juice is a mixture typically of fruit punch, some fruit, and then whatever, like usually it's vodka that you pour in there. This is what here I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. So when I started drinking, it was because like we were going to parties and stuff like that, and I just drank beer. And this was high school because I'm a stupid kid. And then we started drinking some vodka, and vodka was my drink of choice for a while. And then we switched over. My friend and I switched over to John, the person who I was the best man for this year, which was awesome. We switched over to Everclear, which is 190 proof, which means it's a 95% alcohol concoction that literally says on the bottle, "Not meant for consumption. Prolonged exposure will cause blindness." And we used to mix Everclear with, he would do it with Rock Stars, and I would do it with Gatorade. So I would get 2 fruit punch Gatorades, and I'd drink it about a third of the way down, just regular Gatorade for my electrolytes, and then I would pour in Everclear until it was full. And yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Lady M, for donating another 200 bits.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. But yeah, it was
what you appreciate.
it was a rough drink, and it was one of the times, like, even as like young 20 somethings, we sat down after like a year of having like Everclear to split between the two of us, and we're like, maybe we should get a different drink because we're having side effects of horrible heartburn, and I don't want to go blind from drinking this shit.
Laura Ann says, "Oh God, Everclear."
It's just the worst.
Says, you used to treat your body like crap.
I still look at me. I still treat my body like crap, just in different ways.
Let's see. Emanon says, "Jungle juice is a big vat of whatever you can find, dumped all into a big. Oh yeah, so it's all dumped into a big vat or a bathroom tub."
Oh my God. I've
you
never
don't
heard
want to pour stuff into our.
I've never heard it in a bathroom tub. That's so gross.
Ugh.
Kiana said, Yesenia, we should host a party. That's hilarious. All right. Kiana says, oh my God, I have a tickle me elbow, but I don't know if I should tell it. That's so funny. Leo Chacha said, I'm going to have to remember these drink concoctions. Yeah, this became like the drinking podcast for the for the stuff that's not going to be in the podcast.
It's
for
New
the
Year's.
Stream only. It's a really good drinking
It's the New
chat.
Year's. Here's your drinks that you should drink to start the decade.
Indeed. Brian says, I remember news stories of people becoming violent to get their hands on a Tickle Me Elmo doll because people are terrible. I remember that too. I was like 5th or 6th grade. It was the hottest toy. Everyone was trying to get it. Like they would go out to the stores.
Toy. Danced around. Did it dance?
No.
I'm pretty sure it danced.
I think it just waved its arms and said like,
there was one that
tickle me.
Isn't there one that poops? Like poops?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not familiar enough with these, but I do also remember that it was the toy that was causing everyone to hurt each other, and I'm pretty sure it was the inspiration for the movie Jingle All the Way. If you remember that really shitty Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he's trying to get a Turbo Man doll.
Oh, yeah, that's a good movie.
And Phil Hartman's trying to fuck his wife so hard that whole movie. That movie it's not that bad. I'm looking back and I'm like, actually, I kind of want to watch it now.
What's worse, that one or Kindergarten Cop?
I fucking love Kindergarten Cop.
I do too.
That movie is brilliant. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. It's not a tumor. That movie is fucking great. Kiana says, is it okay with everyone if I tell the joke? I say go ahead and tell the joke.
What
and if
joke?
It's not okay, I'll go ahead and delete it. I'm sure it's going to be further down in the chat. Everyone said yes, sure. Yesenia says, have you guys heard of the new Grudge movie that's coming out? I've seen the commercials for it, but I haven't heard much about it.
I really want to see it because the first Grudge movie got me all fucked up. And so I'm really excited to see this one because Lord knows I need more nightmares. So
she watches so much horror. Cindy said, I've never seen any of the Grudge movies, but I'm curious about this one. Leo Chacha said, I saw the trailer. I want to see it. I keep hiccuping. I'm sorry. Stop staring at me. I feel your stare.
I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking at your screen.
I feel it. Are you done? Are you caught up?
No, are you done? I'm waiting on you. That's why I'm just waiting for you.
I just stopped talking. You didn't say anything, so you're clearly not waiting for me. I just asked, are you done?
I have stuff to read, but you're still...
Then read. I stopped.
I hate you. Emanon says, a couple years ago, my brother was working through Manpower at Toys R Us before they closed. It was on Black Friday early in the morning, and they had to call in the entire police force and SWAT for crowd control because people were so violent. People died.
Holy shit.
What the French toast?
That is crazy.
At a Toys R Us? I mean, come on. Ugh. Glitch says, who is daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Oh my god.
Leo Chacha says, the first one is good and so is the Japanese version. There's another scary movie coming out, but I cannot recall the name. If you think of it, let us know.
There is a new one that they just put out called Siren on Netflix I want to watch.
Okay, Kiana says, okay, the joke. A lady from overseas was starting her new job at a factory that made toys. She was assigned, I know where this is going, she was assigned to test out toys, and the supervisor asked her to test the tickles for the Tickle Me Elmo. 30 minutes go by, and the assembly line gets completely backed up, and the supervisor gets concerned. They end up finding the new lady with marbles, red cloth, and a needle. The foreman asked, what are you doing? You were supposed to do a test tickles on the Elmo toys, not put testicles on them.
Oh my god.
That's funny. Tabby Kitten says, first time catching a live stream. Thank you for joining us, Tabby Kitten, to hear a balls joke.
What the frick?
Leo Chacha says, my son used to have a Mickey Mouse book that the hot dog song would randomly play, and we would be upstairs. That is terrifying.
Mrs. L says, I had to call the cops 6 times in one day when I worked at Toys R Us. I used to get death threats, had a knife pulled on me, and a lady threw blocks at my face. The cop wound up sitting in front of the desk. because that's how horrible people are at Toys R Us. What the French toast.
That's terrible.
Jesus.
Shout out to Ghost Java Bean,
Thank
who
you
just
so much.
donated 1,000 bits. The raid boss only has 5,100 hit points left.
Oh my
Whoever kills
gosh.
it will become the new
We're
raid boss.
so close to getting defeated.
Subscriptions and follows also kill that thing. It also takes HP off. So if you guys are sitting there with your subscription, ready to pop it, go for it. Now's the time. We got a lot of stuff pouring in. Kiana says, "You're welcome, fam." There was a lot of people laughing about the joke. Brian said, "Careful, Adam. You get too sassy and Robin Graves will hurt you." You have no idea. I'm terrified as soon as this camera turns off every night.
Glitch,
If I said something wrong, I'm going to get knocked upside the head.
Glitch says, "Wow, Toys R Us are apparently awful." And Glitch says, "Parents are the worst, and there's a reason they closed down."
That's funny.
Oh, and Nancy is thanking Ghost Java Bean because every time you share things or
Donate
sub,
bits.
yeah, then you gift emotes to a whole bunch of different people. So I think that's really cool. All right, I'm going to read my story now. If you're done.
Fourth and final story of the show.
All right, so the final story of tonight, of the episode, is titled "Read on Podcast if you want." Well, don't mind if I do. So, hiya, guys. Hiya.
Hiya.
My name's Nicole, and I'm from England. Oh, my Lanta. Hello.
Hi, Nicole. How's England? Hope you're doing well.
I dare you to try and read some of this in a British accent. Oh, my God.
I'm so glad Robin got this one instantly.
Unless it's truly terrible, in which case, please stop. Oh, no. I regret this already.
Hang on. Can I read the next word in a British accent?
Okay.
Oi!
I hate you.
Anyway. Nailed it. You'd think I'm from there. Shout out to Cashew. Holy shit. Never mind. Shout out to Nate and C, who just gifted 5 subs. One to
Holy
Cashew 16,
crap.
one to Kimura 20, one to Raisin Rebel, one to Mato-san, and one to the Scriptery.
Thank you so much.
The boss is down to 3,600 points. So low.
We're dying. We're dying.
All right. I apologize for breaking in.
It's gonna
It's
just
spooky.
say
It's
it's
gonna
spooky
pop up
so
5
many
times. It's hilarious.
Okay. Because now we can hear it, so it's just like constant. All right. I'm too scared to do it in British accent. It's just gonna keep popping up. Anyway, the house I lived in before I went off to university was more than a little scary-ish, so I thought I'd tell you some of the stories from the years that me and my family spent there. Oh God, I wish my sister were here
because she would totally do it in a
British
British
accent.
accent.
Like in a second.
We were looking for something one time. Just I think it was like that radio-controlled BB-8 doll right before Force Awakens came out, and they were really limited when they first came out. And we were calling a bunch of places to see if we could get one on hold. And she was calling places, and like for whatever reason, like if she was calling them back, she was using different voices over and over. So she was using different accents. Shout out to Ghost Java Bean, who just donated 1,000 bits.
Thank you so much.
There's only 1,600
We're
HP
almost
left.
dead.
I'm just saying, $8 will kill that. $8 will take it down because you get.
But then you
get
want to take
2.
over.
Yeah,
with
you want to
HP.
go over that. You get 2 HP off for each penny donated, and there's 1,600 HP left. So just saying, whoever kills it is the new raid boss, and your name will be here
I'm sad
along
the
with your
emblem
Twitch
didn't
icon.
update. That's the only thing.
I don't know why. It's just because Streamlabs takes a little while to connect to Twitch. But all right, I'm sorry we keep interrupting it.
We have a new stream boss.
Emanon has donated 1,000 bits. We have a new stream boss.
Thank you so
Emanon
much.
is now the stream boss. I'm going the wrong way, and has 1,000 hit points. Y'all have at him. Have
Y'all
fun.
have at him. Okay. All right. So when my family originally moved into the house about 14 years ago, me and my sister were exploring the rooms before they were redecorated, and we found the tip of a syringe/needle on the floor.
Oh my God.
Thank God we kept our shoes on. Thank goodness. That's scary. We used to find needles at the tennis court we used to play tennis at.
Wow.
Yeah, there was I don't know, it wasn't really a bad neighborhood or anything, but there were probably a lot of homeless people, and there were just needles and things all over. It was not good.
I once went to a Walmart where I saw a guy reach into his pocket to get his ID or his money out for the cashier. And when he pulled it out, like a fucking needle with something in it flew out of his pocket and clattered to the ground. He just looked down and was like, oh shit, and picked it up. There's no cap on this needle, and just put it back in his pocket. Like he was clearly okay with if it stuck him. He was like, yeah, what the fuck ever, no big deal. I'm sure it was something like insulin or something he needed. I mean, it was in a really bad area of Las Vegas as well. So I'm sure there was nothing weird about that.
Okay.
I remember me and the cashier just looked at each other like, what the fuck just happened in front of us?
So the people who'd lived in the house before us had been an elderly couple with some serious health complications, and they'd left a lot of their medical stuff lying about, including, but not limited to, an old IV rack, which explains the needles. Now, my dad told me they hadn't died in the house, but when the subject came up again a couple of years later, he changed his story. Not only had they both passed away in the house, but the wife had died in the room that became my bedroom. He
It's weird
totally
that he
lied
wouldn't.
to me. What
Yeah,
the hell?
it's weird that he wouldn't say that to you. I mean, he did move you in there, so I'm sure he was trying to keep you from being scared. But I don't know. Full disclosure is a lot nicer than not telling someone they're about to be haunted.
Whilst we lived there, oh my god, that's such a British word, fuck. Whilst we lived there, just people don't use that word, right?
I hear a lot.
I don't ever use whilst.
I see it written a lot, to be honest. So
My omen baby, a big dumb chocolate lab called Charlie, was a pretty good censor to the weird stuff that would often occur. Whilst I was home, I fucking love it because thank you so much, the Hamburglar.
you can never say that name correctly. You make fun of me because I said Jang Me Bun instead of Jang Me Boon, or whichever way I fucked it up. But you can't say the Hamburglar 86.
Thank you for subbing.
For the third month, using Amazon Prime mixed with Twitch Prime and a little Prime swirl. So for those of you who don't know, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have Twitch Prime for free, and you can donate a subscription once a month to any channel you choose. It's free to you, but it gives them $5 dues. So you're stealing $5 from Jeff Bezos' pocket, and say you pick Scary-ish Podcast, you'd be giving it to us. And I just encourage that. And thank you so much to the Hamburglar for doing it 3 separate times.
Cool. Whilst I was home alone one night doing some washing up in the kitchen, I heard a very clear knock on the closed kitchen door. That's terrifying. I know that I didn't imagine it because Charlie, who's lying by my feet, lifted his head to look at the door. I went over to open it, and of course there was nothing there. I assumed that the frame had been shifted and made the door creak, so I shut it again and went back to washing up. Just as I was cleaning the last spoon, there was a knock again, except this time, whatever it was, knocked twice. It was so forceful that I saw the door shake, and it spooked Charlie so much that he got up and started barking. Now, the only times Charlie ever barks is when someone either rings the doorbell or knocks on the front door, and he knows when there's a person there because sometimes the doorbell goes off randomly when nobody's there, and he won't bark. That, in and of itself, is creepy. If the doorbell goes off for no reason, no one's there.
This is reminding me of that scene in Haunting of Hill House where the person keeps knocking and she opens the door and there's no one there.
The funeral home?
And as soon as the door closes, it's like knock, 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 knock. Yeah, that's what I'm picturing right now.
Dude, that show's so good. So good. If you haven't watched Haunting at Hill House, go watch it. It's so good.
It's not just scary, it's also a really good show.
He doesn't bark any other time. Literally never. Not even if he sees a cat. He's a really good boy.
Aw.
Sounds like a good boy. Anyway, I was pretty freaked out, so I grabbed a frying pan, the most efficient of ghost killing weapons, and walked to the door. But
it's a frying pan. It could have salt on it. Just saying.
Oh, so smart.
I know. You're welcome.
Like from bacon or something?
Yeah. Well, not baking, no, but like from cooking. It's a frying pan.
I said bacon.
Oh, bacon. Why would you put salt on bacon?
Bacon is already salty.
Okay, whatever. Let's keep going here.
God.
I've just never seen the Winchesters throw bacon at a ghost. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm just trying to go, you'd never have leftover salt in a pan, right?
Yeah, you would. Seasoning on the pan. Maybe it's, I don't know. Okay, let's just keep going. There's way too many ifs. There's too many variables about this now.
Anyway, so I walked to the door. When I pulled it open, surprise, surprise, there was nothing there. I tried to forget about it and left the door open to try and stop it from happening again. And when I went to go upstairs, I called Charlie to come with me, but he refused to move from the kitchen.
Aww.
It's because the door's open. He's like, no, shut the demons down.
Yeah.
In order to reach the stairs and me, he would have had to go through the open door that all the knocking was coming from, and he was having none of it. It took a lot of convincing and a piece of cheese.
Aww.
Such a good boy.
That's a bribe.
In order to get him through the doorway, and when he finally did, it was at a full sprint with his tail between his legs. That's so scary.
He was scared.
Yeah. Charlie also tended to stare at random spots around the house for no reason, sometimes even waking up from being dead asleep, to stare at a corner of the room for a couple of moments before falling back asleep again. The strangest time was when he woke up for no reason to stare at nothing. pretty standard, but then he slowly began turning his head as if he was watching someone walk across the room. He then promptly fell back asleep and started snoring as he always did, leaving me wondering if I needed to call an exorcist.
That's hilarious. I say trust the dog's instincts. If the dog's not scared, you probably don't need to be scared either.
I know this email was pretty long, but I have more stories about the house, including my personal favorite, the ghost hamster that used to hang out in one of the bedrooms. I definitely want to hear that one. I love animals. Maybe I'll send them in if you want to hear about the world's cutest ghost. Totally send it in to us.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to try and read this last part in...
Oh, this is the one you're going to try and do. Okay, everyone get ready for Robin's British accent.
It's going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad. I should have been able to
toss out a few. Do some vocal exexercises right now. Okay, she's going to read this in Murloc or Turkey, apparently. There's the turkey.
Fuck.
We wait with
no,
bated
because you know
breath.
what? Sam's going to be like, no, Robin. So wrong.
Not just Sam. The writer of the email as well.
No. Also, in episode 60, nope, it's bad.
Just try
so
it.
Bad.
Just keep going. Just commit to it. You're pulling back before you're like dipping a toe in. You gotta go all the way in.
In episode 61, you read my story about a haunted jumper. This is just my regular voice, okay?
Yes, this one was the jumper debate that kicked off what in the F a jumper was. It's a sweater. It's called a jumper in the UK.
It's a sweater. And then, because I thought a jumper it was overalls.
Yeah.
But they're not overalls. Overalls are called something totally different.
All I know is no matter what it is if you see someone wearing overalls, a sweater, or anything that says jumper on it, you got to tell them that I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
No, I thought you were going to make it like a different song. It was like, jump around. Jump
no, I'm going with the song Jumper by, I'm pretty sure, Third Eye Blind.
Belonged to my granddad that gave both me and my sister nightmares if we slept in the same room as it. Yes, I do remember that story. In England, a jumper is another name for a sweater. As an update, it no longer gives me nightmares.
Oh,
in fact,
good.
I actually use it as PJs on cold nights. Oh, that's nice. The negative vibes are all gone now, and it just gives me happy nostalgia.
It's really nice to get an update, and that is a really, really good update to get, too.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Hold on, looking for a name. Thank you so much, Nicole, for sharing it with us.
Yeah. So Robin bailed on trying to read anything there in British accent. However, you did say that if it was going to be bad, to just abandon it. I think she would have been fine. She does it sometimes, and it's just normal. It sounds like a British accent, like a plain British accent.
I watch too much Harry Potter. I don't know. Or Doctor Who. When I watch a lot of British television, then it's just like easy. But because I've been watching like Korean television or anime, I can't.
Or American television, like you.
If you haven't watched season 2 of You, totally recommend it. We're not sponsored by them, but they should. It's
scary-ish.
It's scary-ish.
Yeah, it's like totally fits. Sponsor us, goddammit.
Yeah, if you love true crime, totally it's so cool. Psychological thriller. It's great.
It's weird how they make you root for someone who is an absolute terrible person.
Yes.
So, right on. Thank you so much for sending it in one last time, Nicole. We appreciate you. All right, we're going to look over into Stream Chat. Here's what's going to happen for those of you who are brand new.
I have none in my chat, so.
I'm going to read what I have over here in YouTube. Then we're going to play a game where you can win some free merchandise. However, to enter for the free merchandise, you need to be watching off twitch.tv/scarishpodcast. You need to join Twitch because there's just a keyboard command you have to put in. You have to type in the chat a word, and that lets you join in, but it only recognizes the chat from Twitch. So I'm going to read what you folks have said here on YouTube. It'll give you a second to switch over to twitch.tv/scarishpodcast. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll up and see where I left off. Of course, it's bouncing all around even though I'm scrolling up for no reason.
You could say it wants to jump around.
I hate you so much. All right, there it is. Testicles, scrolling. Leo Chatter says maybe he was diabetic in regards to the person who dropped the needle. I've never seen a diabetic have an uncapped needle in their pocket, and I know that you were just speculating. Or maybe he was going to murder/poison someone. I think he was just going to shoot up heroin. Brian says, one time we were heading into work, found a used syringe in the parking lot and a shopping bag of human feces in our cardboard cart. fucking gross. Gmar says maybe he was playing doctor. Everyone was like, ew, in response to Brian's story. Yesenia says, one time in Vegas, we stopped at a gas station and some random dudes tried to sell clear marijuana to my sister and I. Yeah, I'm hoping you didn't buy it. Yesenia said, Brian, I am so sorry that happened to you. That's nasty. Brian said, some would say it was shitty. Kiana says, that sucks, Brian. Was that at Red Lobster? And he confirmed, indeed, it was at Red Lobster. Leo Chacha said, Yesenia, wow, because of the pun. Okay, here we go. Leo Chacha says, oh no, Brian, that stinks. No pun intended. Kiana says, that's a shitty situation.
Oh my God, so many poop puns.
So good. Brian had a message that was a little bit all over the place. Says, yeah, I was at the Lobster. Nice thing to think first thing in the morning. I think it was nice thing to see first thing in the morning. And then said, wow, my autocorrect had a seizure on that last sentence. That is hilarious. All right. I have a little bit more left. Kiana said, the mouthwash gurgles, which is your Murloc/turkey sounds. You said, Brian, don't feel bad. I have Shrek-sized thumbs, so I'm always messing up. I always say I have sausage links on my hand, so it makes it very hard to do anything. Leo Chacha says, channel your inner Peppa Pig, Robin. That's hilarious.
We've never seen Peppa Pig. I don't know what Peppa Pig sounds like, but the Peppa Pig merchandise freaks me out because it looks creepy. Its face is on the side. It's like, look, its face.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand. I just was trying to picture Peppa Pig, and then when you said that, I'm like, oh, yeah, that horrifying monster. Kiana said, I never watched the show, but the video bit where Peppa Pig hangs up on her sheep friend because the sheep can whistle on the first try when Peppa has been trying all day. That's hilarious. That's so funny.
That's petty.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and get Marbles on Stream, which is the game that we play at the end of every stream setup, while Robin vamps a little bit and tells you folks anything off the tippy top of her head.
I need to read the chat.
Okay.
Sorry.
I thought you had your own over there, but I forget that yours...
I literally said as soon as I got back in, I said I have no chat.
I thought you meant no one had said anything. So no. Context, details, these things help me.
All right, so let me scroll all the way up here. There's a reason they closed down. Okay. The Hamburglar says, I'm so late to the stream, but you made it, which is good. Sorry. So much. Doing it on this side is so much harder because there's so much chat between the two. Laura Ann says, bacon. Bacon is so good. Lady Elm says, had bacon for dinner tonight along with chocolate chip pancakes.
I fucking love chocolate chip pancakes.
I love breakfast for dinner. Breakfast for dinner is so good. The Hamburglar says, triggered from the Murloc noises. I think Murlocs are cute. Laura Ann says, heart Harry Potter. Harry Potter is probably one of the best things to watch or read. They're so good. Though that Lord of the Rings, they're so good to read. I've read Harry Potter multiple times. I've read probably Twilight multiple times. Okay, anyway, my sister says, got new patches for giveaways. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Mrs. Illa says, my Great Pyrenees name is Peeves, and yes, he is a fucking poltergeist. It's obnoxious.
It's hilarious.
Because, Harry Potter, Peeves.
I'm switching over the video to Marbles on Stream now. Continue reading, though.
The Snark says, sorry, I'm in and out. Grinding legendaries in Borderlands 3.
Nice.
Laura Ann says, my dog likes Peppa Pig, and by that, I mean we bought her a Peppa blanket, and she likes it. That's super cute. Nathan C says, heading off, gonna make some lunch. Bye-bye, everyone. Have y'all a good rest of the day. Thank you so much, Nathan C. Awesome. We appreciate you, and we hope you have a great day.
All right. So while we have this up, type in !vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you would like to race. As you can see, some folks are already doing that, and you can see the votes are being tallied on the right-hand side. And whichever one has the majority is the track we are going to race. Essentially, this is a race to see, you don't have to control anything. It's just handled by gravity. But it's to see who is going to win some free small piece of merchandise like a sticker or perhaps a coaster if we still have any left over.
If you're on YouTube, hopping over to Twitch, twitch.tv/scarishpodcast. It's free to make an account. And you just join for free opportunity to win some swag. And if you folks have Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime included with your Amazon Prime. If you connect your Amazon to your Twitch, there's a link down at the bottom of our website, scarish.com. You click on it, it'll take you to all the Twitch Prime things. You set it up, you just connect the two, and you get a free subscription to any channel of your choice once every month. So hopefully that's us, but if it's not, we understand. And hopefully you guys can enjoy all the other free stuff that Amazon gives you.
Indeed. Indubitably what she said. All right. So right now, Twists and Turns 2 is leading the voting. It looks like a lot of the votes are scattered. There's one vote on a lot of separate tracks. I think Twists and Turns had 3 the last time I saw it scroll past. We'll see where that's at because your vote really can make a difference. No one really voted for the same track. It's so funny to see so many getting put up here with one vote because a lot of times one just overwhelmingly wins, you know? Yep, Twists and Turns has 3, and it is in the lead.
Thank you for joining us, Miss Deezy.
What up, Miss Deezy? Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a good New Year.
Yeah, we hope everyone had a good New Year. We hope you had a great holiday and you guys got to eat good food and got to chill out with people that you like. I think that's the important part.
I agree. All right, we're going to let this scroll past one more time. Then we're going to go with the majority vote, which appears to be Twists and Turns 2.
Sweet. Do it.
1, a 2, a 3, a do it. All right, we're almost there. I think for sure Twists and Turns is going to win unless you guys decide you're going to make me a liar. Please don't do that. We are in season 14, which means we're still all accruing points. I can't remember who's in the lead right now, but I think it might be Robin. All right, Twists and Turns 2 it is. Me. Let's check some local stats and see if we've raced it before. We have not raced Twists and Turns 2 this season. However, the record time is 1 minute and 34 seconds. So if anyone finishes faster than 1 minute and 34 seconds, you're the undefeated champion of the world. Because a lot of friggin' people play this stuff on their stream with all of their communities, and ours is just better. Type in !play right now if you would like to join and get the opportunity to win some free merch. Robin's the first one in because she doesn't want to give anyone anything because if she wins, she just hangs on to it. That's a lie. I am just kidding. We will give it to the next best person if one of us wins.
Chicka chicka boom boom. I like that.
That's good. All right, we have 17 marbles already in this race. 18, 19.
Welcome,
what up, Amanda?
Amanda?
We hope you had a good Christmas. We hope you had a good New Year's. We hope you and Mike and the baby all had a wonderful time. We have 20 marbles in the stream. We'll wait a little bit longer to see if anyone else is going to join.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. So.
I've heard that too, yeah. All right, 20 marbles. We'll give it a sec before we get this thing kicked off.
My nose is so itchy.
T-Pain 2713, the 21st marble on the stream.
What was I going to say now? Oh, also, we're still taking pre-orders on the pins. So if you folks go to our website, scariest.com, go to the Etsy shop. There's a link down at the bottom for the Etsy shop. I really have to update the website because I've updated like my logo and everything. But if you go down, click on the store, it'll take you to the pins, and I think they're really cute. I'm really excited. I think on our Instagram, I actually posted the mold for one of them. I'm really excited. They're actually getting created. So if you folks go on there, pre-order, I don't know if there's discounts anymore. There might be still. I think today might be the last day. Is it the 2nd?
It is the 2nd.
Yeah, today might be the last day for sales until midnight.
Mrs. Zilla said, can we do Battle Royale tonight? I think we can make the second race Battle Royale. That sounds reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, this first race, we're going to kick off with our 21 marbles unless anyone wants to join in the next 10 seconds.
Chicka chicka boom boom goes, let's go. I finally get to play this.
That's so funny. All right. We're going to see what this track looks like as everyone funnels down into the funnel. Get it? Funnel. Yeah. And see what's in store for us. All right. It looks a little bit crazy. What the fuck is that?
What is that?
Maybe it's a discarded track, or maybe you can get teleported to hell over there if you do something wrong. All right. We'll see what happens. We're in the funnel to start. We're going to be doing a lot of circling and hoping someone gets through quickly. If you can get through this before anyone else does relatively fast, you're typically going to win unless you fall off the map further on down. It is really hard to tell who's in first place here, but it looks like Chicka Chicka Boom Boom is circling the hole faster than anyone else. And I think I'm right about that. You're the first one through. Ghost, Java Bean, Glitch Grim, and the Snarked look like they're right behind you. We're going to zoom out a little bit, but we're still going to follow Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Ghost Java Bean seems to be taking the lead along with the Snarked, and then there is a bunch of folks racing up on everyone else. Here comes Robin to ruin everyone's day. The Snarked and Robin are going through this funnel together, while Ghost Java Bean is attempting to take the lead. Cashew 16 is now in the lead.
Oh, whoa, that's fast ball.
It was. It is. I don't know how to say that. We'll back up here and watch everyone come funneling through. Looks like Amanda and Lady M are bringing up the rear, otherwise known as Lasty.
So many funnels.
Yeah, this is a really funnel-heavy track. So a lot of twists and turns in this one. Right now, Glitch Grim is taking the lead. Cashew 16, Robin, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and the Snarked are trying to catch up. We're coming into another funnel. Go figure. Here goes Glitch, trying to make it through and take the first victory of the 20s. Doing a pretty good job, too. All right, the fan blade.
The Hamburglar says so much funnel.
Wow, that's a good one. All right, the fan blades are going to decide who wins this, because if Glitch gets smacked around, he's taking a good line, though. I think he might make it through. Oh, no. A little bit of bouncing. This is going to give an opportunity for someone to get through. Cashew 16 cruised right through. I think Cashew 16 might have this, unless something goes terribly wrong and they start banging off the walls. The left side is full of a bunch of people who have no idea what they're doing. Congratulations, Cashew 16, on taking the first win of 2020. Let us know a mailing address you would like us to send something to. And Robin, let them know how they can decide on the merchandise.
Email us, storytime@scariest.com. Let us know your mailing address. And then you can go to our Etsy shop, check out what sticker designs we have available. And then we can mail those to you.
Miss Deasy says,
mail that. You get to choose one. So just choose one sticker design that you would like, or a coaster if you want.
Miss Deasy says, I beat Glitch Grim. I'm so glad that rivalry still exists and is growing stronger as time goes on. This shit should be on SportsCenter.
Woo! Chicka Chicka Boom Boom says, top 10 first time. Congratulations.
All right, Laura Ann bringing up the rear. I don't think we had anyone fall off, if I'm not mistaken.
I think there were.
Congratulations, Cashew 16.
Oh,
nope, no one fell off. Congratulations.
Yay!
The top 10 got points. Cashew got 8 points for the win. Miss Deasy got 5. Glitch Grim moves up to 10 points on the season. Robin is in the lead with 15. Everyone's upset about that. I didn't get any points whatsoever. I finished just out of the running. However, I was in front of Robin. As we all know, that is the most important thing. All right, we're going to do a second race, but this one is going to be something called Royale. You can vote on the track. They're not much different than each other. What's going to happen here is we're all going to drop into essentially a big square, and our marbles are going to collide with each other, and we have hit points, because everything has hit points this show, and the last man standing wins something. You can also type in, what is it, at target or exclamation point target?
Exclamation point target, I think. So exclamation point target, and then the name of the person.
If you feel like murdering one of your fellow viewers.
I wish they would actually put, like, the names of the Royale maps. One needs attention.
Just say one needs attention.
Yeah, no, I typed it wrong. Hold on.
Shout out to Miss Deasy, who gifted a sub to Glitch Grim.
Aww.
That is so nice of you.
That is so nice of you. Yeah, it worked.
I can't see it on the screen right now, but Robin probably can. The HP for the stream boss is at the bottom of our camera. It's only 400 left, so whoever wants to take it over just needs to donate $2, whether it's through cash or bits, or actually a subscription right now would take it over too. Good stuff to know. The Hamburglar says they need a map called Royale with cheese. I agree. They just need to give them some names for some flavor. All right, I think it's clear that number 6 is going to win. Let's get right into it, because these do take a little bit longer than the normal race. So I think you're right. I think it's exclamation point target and then the name of the person. All right, you have to type in exclamation point play to get your marble in here. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom says they need a map number 69. Nice. I 100% agree. That's the smartest thing anyone's ever said.
Ever.
Albert Einstein just rolled over in his grave because he was so impressed with what you said.
Who heard was a sub.
Meadows just gifted a sub to 52 Nicks. That is so nice. You guys are gifting to each other. Yeah. I think that means Meadows is the new stream boss.
It doesn't say yet. Yeah? No, because it's only 300.
Oh, it was only 300 and it was 400.
More. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
There's still 100
It's
left.
so very close. All right, we have 19 marbles in the stream. Robin, have you joined in yet?
Yep, I was the first one.
Were you the first one? That's
yeah, look
impressive.
at me. I'm right down there at the bottom.
All right, we're up to 20 marbles. We had 21 last time. Who bailed? Who left us? You're not allowed to leave us. You're with us forever. You can check in, but you can't check out. All that weird stuff.
Are you talking about the California Hotel?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh,
the California. That's what that wonderful song by the Eagles is called.
The Eagles.
The California Hotel. All right, we are back up to 21 marbles. Let's see if we can get one more to join us. Someone who's watching.
Exclamation point play, totally free to join. If you folks are jumping in just to check it out, just join. Chance for free Scary-ish merch. So
If you're considering not joining, I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
Oh my God, shut up.
I'm gonna get my.
Thank you so much, Emanon, for donating another 100 bits.
And he took it, didn't he?
No, that's him. That's his thing. I'm pretty sure he heals himself.
Oh yeah, if the stream boss donates, the same amount that would have come off of the HP gets healed, which is hilarious and awesome.
So it's back up to 300. It's pretty solid. It's so cool. It's
Wow, my phone's predictive text, I typed an exclamation point T and it turned it into target, and then the Robin Grace, which is hilarious. Wow, Miss Deezy gifted 5 subs.
Shut
1 to Teombro,
up.
1 to Pancakes29, 1 to
Shut
Nefo88, 1 to Chalkdy, and 1 to Shaquille O'Heal. That is awesome. And I believe
my
they are now the new raid
God.
boss, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you so much, Miss Deezy. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you. Yeah, she is the new raid boss at 1,000 HP.
Well played. All right. We are going to get this going. Let's click start.
No,
Get the
wait.
countdown.
Hold on. I'm so confused. It says Shaquille O'Heal.
It might be because Shaquille O'Heal was the last person to get their gifted sub, and it came through in their name.
Aw, that's
So Miss Deezy
unfortunate.
made someone the raid boss, which is even nicer. Oh no, I'm not targeting anyone.
Wait,
What is happening
no.
right now?
I didn't even know we started. I heard the beeping, but I didn't realize that's what it was.
All right, I think I'm targeting the Robin Grace. Let's get down there and see what's going on here, people.
Am I getting you? I'm like looking at my screen. It's so little.
The Robin Grace eliminated Glitch Grim. First blood. I am targeting Robin, and I murdered Robin. Ghost Java Bean beat
Rude.
Ashley. The Snark beat Cashew. Laura Ann beat A Meadows. The Hamburglar beat T-Pain. Ghost Java Bean beat Chicken Boom Boom. Blanca Bello beat Laura Ann. The Scripter beat Eric W. We're getting through this pretty quick.
Oh my
I just beat
gosh.
52 Nicks. The Hamburglar beat me. Ghost Java Bean beat the Scriptery. Mrs. Zilla beat Ashley Faison. We have 8 marbles left. Who is doing well down there? Blanca Bello is on
Lady
Death's
M
Door.
has still got a lot. The
The
Hamburglar
Hamburglar is
has a lot.
100% fine. Mrs. Zilla beats Meadows in 89. Everyone's just zooming around here. Emanon beats Lady M, Blanca Bello,
my
and the
God.
Snarked in one run.
Yeah, I was
Damn.
gonna say that was a lot of murder all at once.
It was. And you can see who you're targeting because it's the red letters over your name. Mrs. Zilla is being targeted by Ghost Java Bean, who's targeting
Oof.
the Hamburglar. The Hamburglar just beat Mrs. Zilla. This is intense as shit. Holy. I don't know how to control your marble or anything, but you folks are pretty good at what you're doing right now. Emanon is just running for their life while the Hamburglar is chasing them down. Let's see what's going on. The Hamburglar is still at full health right now.
Oh my
I don't
God,
know
what
where
is
these
that
sound
sound?
effects are
It's
coming
freaking
from.
Me out.
Ghost Java Bean just got smacked around. I think they got healed too, if I'm not mistaken. Although they just took a hit from Emanon. Here comes the Hamburglar to deliver another hit, so half the health is gone already. Emanon and Ghost Java Bean are attacking each other, and the Hamburglar is just hanging out, waiting for one of them to die so they can take down the other one. Ghost Java Bean eliminates Emanon. The Hamburglar is now going to step it up and try and become the victor. I think that's the heal spot right there.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
They did just get more health. Ghost Java Bean did just get more health.
What just happened?
The Hamburglar has taken damage for the first time. Oh no.
Miss Deezy's like, I'm dead. Why are you still targeting me?
That's hilarious. The Hamburglar is now at lower health than
Oh
Ghost Java
my
Bean and then
God.
comes back and takes the victory. Congratulations to Hamburglar 86. You are the winner of the Battle Royale. You collected 8 points on that. Ghost Java Bean collects 5 points and is up to 9. Emanon collects 4 points and is also up to 9. Scriptery goes up to 7 along with Meadows, and the Snark Mrs. Zilla is at 6. And actually, Faison is up to 5. I am still at 6. Robin is still at 15. Glitch is still at 10. This is pretty good. I really enjoyed marbles tonight. I have no idea how you control the marble. I think all you can do is control the targeting.
So
and
exclamation
cross your
point
fingers.
target, and then the name of whoever it is you want to target, And that's all we can do is just constantly target the next person.
So the Hamburglar, email storytime@scarish.com, like Robin said previously, and let us know a mailing address that we can send something to, and a sticker or a coaster, and the design that you were hoping to get. I know that the coasters, there's only like one, right?
I think there's 2.
Okay. I'll let you check out what our store shows.
Just check out on our store. There might be one because one's just still Patreon exclusive, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, go to our Etsy shop. You can probably just Google Scaryish or search in Etsy like Scaryish and it'll come up with our stuff. So you can do that, or you just go to our website, scaryish.com. The link to my Etsy store is down at the bottom, and you can go check that out. But
Good stuff. Pretty solid show. Went a little bit quick, but that's okay. I think we all had a really good time. It was about an hour and a half. Not bad stuff. So I guess we're just going to launch into the standard typical intro. I do want to see, Shaquille O'Neal's ridiculous fucking icon. I love it because it's Shaquille O'Neal from Hot Ones when he's like about to die while he's eating the wings. Is apparently going to be the stream boss to end the stream unless something drastic happens before the show goes off the air, which is going to happen here pretty quickly. So shout out to everyone who sent in their homegrown horse tonight. We sincerely appreciate you. Before we do any other sign out stuff, I'd like to remind everyone one important thing. It is January, and you know what that means. It is time for January Patreon push.
I already don't want to join because of that noise.
I know how excited everyone is. What is January Patreon push, you ask? Well, it's quite simple. We have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/scarishpodcast, you can see it. If you sign up for a monthly donation as low as $1, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 20 nickels, or 100 pennies. Yes, I had to Google all of that because I'm dumb. You will get 1, early access to all of our stuff, and 2, ad-free access to all of our episodes. And I know that's kind of important to some folks. Some of you are like super supportive that we run some ads nowadays. We appreciate that. And some of you are like, I really don't want to hear any ads. For $1 a month, you get no ads on all of your episodes, and then we have tiers that increase. We have a 1, a 3, a 5, a 10, and so on. I think a $25 and a $50 a month tier. They all come with a bunch of extra stuff, and each time you go up on a tier, you get everything that came before it as well. At the $10 tier, Robin, remind us what we get. Is that the one where you're sending out?
Yeah, you get a sticker and a pin or some type of merch that I create for that season. So I'm hoping to make a bunch of new designs. I don't know.
She has some really good ones that she's made lately.
I don't know if anybody's looked at the new Twitch icon, but it's this new skull design that I made. The people on Patreon have already seen it. They got to see it before the new year, which is cool. So we just posted that on the little Twitch out. It was supposed to show up at the beginning of the stream, but it didn't. It's fine. Whatever. But if you're on Twitch, you can check it out there. And I do have a whole bunch of new Twitch emotes and stuff that I'm going to post. So.
Miss Deezy says, they're high quality and dope. Do it. Thank you so much for that endorsement.
Oh, thank
we
you.
really do appreciate it. Miss Deezy was previously at our $50 a month level where you get what amounts to like a little gift envelope or package where we curate a bunch of stuff and send it to you.
Yeah.
So it's been really fun to see how much support we've gotten from you folks through Patreon. And the more folks we get on Patreon, the more stuff we can go out and do. We do have a goal for the Stanley Hotel at 150 patrons. I think we're going to
almost at 70.
We're close. So realistically, last year we had our biggest month ever for picking up patrons.
Yes.
We nearly doubled our patrons last year. If we could do that again this year, it'd be amazing. And you can contribute to that for literally as low as $1 a month.
$1 dude.
So if you're looking at your bank account and you're like, I have $2, give us half that. Stop being so greedy. Seriously, we appreciate everything you folks do for us, from supporting us by just listening to us, to leaving ratings and reviews, to telling your friends, to participating in the community and being so supportive of each other, watching us record live.
Yeah,
it
you
really
guys are absolutely. I think I want to say you guys are life changing.
You are. You guys sincerely
Absolutely
are life changing. And it's been such an honor to do this show. At first, it was something that we were hoping someone would listen to. And now it's something where we're like, we can't miss an episode. We have to do it because there are people waiting to hear it, and we want to make sure it's there for them. And that's because you folks have been so wonderful to us. So sincerely, thank you. Go over to patreon.com/scarishpodcast. And if you are able to donate and sign up for a monthly pledge, it sincerely helps us. You have no idea how much. So that is my January Patreon push plea. to start the month, and I'm going to do one an episode until the end of January, and we're going to see how many patrons we can pick up.
Oh, Mrs. Zilla says you guys are my friends, and I tell everyone about you all.
I would like to point out that there's a meme that shows someone sitting there eating cereal next to a cardboard cutout of 3 people laughing.
Yeah.
And it says like what it's like to listen to podcasts because you like feel like you're part of it even though there's like obviously a disconnect. And then someone else posted a meme where it said that they were telling someone, so a friend of mine told me a story, and they retorted immediately, do you mean you heard it on a podcast? And they're like, yes. You're allowed to say your friend told you a story if you want to tell any of the stories you've heard on our podcast because you are our friends, because you support us, and we appreciate you that much. Please call us your friends. If you have a homegrown horror that you would like to send us, please email storytime@scarish.com. Go to any of our social medias that include facebook.com/scarishpodcast, Twitter is @scarishpod, and Instagram is @scarishpodcast, and message us however you feel comfortable, or go to our website, scarish.com, and click on contact us. Those come directly to us. We sincerely appreciate all the stories we receive. I already covered the Patreon stuff, but for those who want to do a one-time donation that's not monthly, and we're not currently live, Robin, how can they do that?
You can go to coffeeko-fi.com/ that scared the fuck out of me.
Shout out to ZBoy20 who is now following us on Twitch and scaring the fuck out of Robin.
Thank you so much. Where was I? What was I saying? No, wait. ko-fi.com/scarish podcast. Those are one-time donations. All those help us upgrade our studio setup. Adam, with all his Christmas money that he got, was able to get a new microphone. So he's got a new microphone for himself because his just broke.
It's funny because I keep thinking like, man, like how are these things wearing and tearing so quickly? It's like, oh yeah, because we use the shit out of them. Shout out to Cypher Denict who just donated 300 bits and brought our stream boss down to 390 HP before we're going to go off the air. I think Shaquille O'Heal might survive just long enough to get to the end of the show.
Yeah, and thank you so much, everyone, because we really couldn't do this without you. I mean, those that have seen the original videos, you know that the quality was so not good. Not that it's the best now, but we've been able to slowly get better and better and better. Thanks to you guys, so it's great.
Absolutely. So one last time, thank you. We hope you sign up over there on Patreon. We hope you join us during a live show because it is super fun. We had a blast tonight, and we're really looking forward to the next time we get to talk to you. Yeah. So Robin, without further ado, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.